Hello, how y'all doing? Yep. Well, it's not 5:30 in the morning, and I'm not saying that I won't be on at 5:30 in the morning. But I'm on now. Again, didn't promote this, but if anybody kicks in, I actually this is making me feel really good that I can pop in whenever I want, and here's why. Uh, the first video I did at 5:30 in the morning is now up to like 800 and some odd views, and then the one I did last night broke 2,000. Uh, so what that tells me is there is a ton of you watching this afterwards on your own time. Maybe that's better. And look at that. I've already got likes. That's really cool. Okay. So a lot of stuff going on. Let me at least try to be polite here and say hello. Hello. There you go. Wait. All right. So wait, I wonder why that's not going on Facebook and saying hello. That's weird. Yeah. Anyway, long day, lots of stuff, and a lot of more stuff going on. I had to go over a whole bunch of contracts for something that I can't talk about right now. But oh, hey, Brian, how you doing? Wait, sorry, that was you. Hey, Brian, since you're there, can you do me a favor? I'm gonna post a comment, and can you see the post on Facebook? It's showing me here that it's only posting on YouTube. I'm just gonna be like catfish. Are you able to see that on the Facebook post? Can't answer you on Facebook. Oh, somebody else just wrote me and said they. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Wonder what that's about. I'm gonna see if you answer me, or if you can see what I wrote on Facebook, Brian.
Did you go live to the Facebook page as well as your personal page?
No, I went to YouTube and Facebook.
You can't comment on Facebook with your personal page, only your page, like your Follow or Die page. It won't let you comment. I'm not sure why, but it does that with mine too. It only lets you do it if you're on
I don't know what you're saying to me. So I have to add
Call or Die.
Can I do that? Save changes?
I think so.
All right. This might fix it right here. Let's see. I'm gonna try it right here. Catfish. Let's try it again. There. You guys can see it now, right? Hopefully. If you can't, I will just entertain you with my beautiful commentary. I'm gonna wait on Brian or Shirley, either one. But I'll fill you in on some interesting stuff. Tomorrow, of course, is the big car wash. That should be a lot of fun. There are multiple people that have signed up to be hit with the blood cannon, and then there are some people still not. Wow. Well, man, don't know what that glitch is. But post me on. Trust me, I am saying thank you to everybody that's going on here and saying stuff. Okay, so what's all the fun stuff going on? Oh, wait. Oh, so people are texting me on Twitter telling me what's wrong. Can't answer you on Facebook. Yeah, that's really weird. I'll figure that out tomorrow. What? Okay, what's all the fun stuff going on? Still not. Yep. Okay. Well, appreciate you all being here. I'm gonna ramble on. I'm gonna do my nightly ramble that I usually do at 5:30. I'm going to pretend that about 3 o'clock this morning I'm going to get 5 or 6 hours sleep. Probably not going to happen. I might still log on at 5:30 or 6. But I like the freedom of going on and doing these random things because it's not just about promotion. I get into the geeky stuff that I like about filmmaking that actors don't really care about it. Producers don't really care about it. Fans don't really care about it. I think it's just a very small amount, like 8 people that might care about it. I got some really nice letters. Cooksey wrote me. Christopher wrote me, talking about edit and all that. And Moretta wrote me about the sound and all that kind of stuff. But I don't care. I love it. So that's what I'm gonna do on these late night things. Now Nicole is over to my left.
Hi-oh.
She's
I'll be on in a minute.
We don't really know what she's doing, but she's typing something.
First no makeup stream, so just get ready for that.
Yeah.
Monster face.
She's gonna pop on here for a little bit and do the PR thing about her music and everything, about the car wash tomorrow. Hope you show up. And if you can't show up, if you don't live here to show up, if you don't live in Tulsa, or you can't make it here, or if you live in Tulsa but you can't be there, I'm going to be covering the whole event from here. Some people were like, oh, that's gonna be sad you're not there, and I'm like, no, I really actually kind of enjoy it because there's a lot of people overseas that want to watch the event, and I talk to them, and that's more my bag. I mean, hell, I've seen Nicole. What do I care about watching her wash the car? I watch her wash the dishes in the floor every day because she's a woman. That's what she's supposed to do. No,
Y'all get hate mail.
Y'all, if y'all don't know me by now, then I'll at least get 3. I'll get 3 hate mails on that one. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to do, just because I found it interesting, and I was even trying to talk to Nicole about this earlier, and she literally looked at me with, the same type of eyes that I get from everybody when I talk about this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, oh no, that's interesting.
No.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so one of the things that people don't know, if I can find it, which you guys, whoever tuned in last night and watched me learn screen sharing, oof, that was fun. But I'm going to learn it because I'm going to figure out a way that I can share some of my edit so that I can really bore some people to death. But there was one thing I really wanted to share today because a lot of people don't know about it. And of course, I've lost it. So anyway, let's see if I can find it here.
Your mom said can't answer on Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I know. My mom desperately is wanting to talk to us, and she sent me a text and sent you a text. And we got it, Mom. You can't answer us. Brian is right with you. He can't answer. Nobody can answer me. But I know that you guys are there, and the love it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Wow. I literally saved all that to show you all this tonight. And okay. Well, one of the things is that people don't know about, especially producers, and especially some people that are behind the scenes on this movie, that have never worked in the movie industry, and they're like, why is it not done? And you're like, okay, you don't understand. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. For example, this is just one thing, and I'm telling you right now, when you go to sell some, in fact, I've got one right here because I had to go over it tonight for a special thing that's happening tomorrow. This right here is this many sheets. Let's see if you can see it. I'm going to flip through it real quick. This is something that nobody knows unless you sell a movie. I mean, this is, how many pages thick is this damn thing? It's 89 pages. Full. This is all things that when you sell a movie to a distributor that you have to do/give them. I'm going to give you an example. Here's one thing. This right here. Let me pull this up. I'm going to put it on the screen. Yeah, here we go. So, for instance, let's say you went out there and you shot your movie and somebody wants to buy it. This is one of the things that you're going to have to do. It's just one of the things. I literally have 89 pages of things. Okay, so here we go. Let's put this right here and bam, share. Okay, let me make sure y'all can see that. Wait, doesn't look like y'all can see that. What's happening? Oh, wait. I mean, this is okay. There we go. So, okay, so this is just one of the things. Now, I'm not going to go through and explain exactly what this is, but what they call it is a continuity report, and you have to make that, or you have to hire a company to do it, and that runs anywhere. I think we companies were charging anywhere from $12,000 to $18,000, or the distributor will do it because most independent filmmakers don't know what this is or how to do this, and they don't know to supply it, and then you have to supply it to sign the deal, and distributors go, well, we'll just do it and we'll charge it to the movie. And my distributor was wanting to charge us $35,000 for this. And this is just one thing. Like I'm telling you, we have over 80 pages of things that we have to do. So I'm just going to run through a couple of the things that people just don't know. So as watch as you go through this. See, everything that's written out there, every page. These are pages, 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 pages. And this is just a typical, yeah, what are we on page? 209, 214. I think by the time it's done, it's going to be, yeah, it's 356 pages for one movie that you have to type out. And basically what it is, it's not a script. See, I thought, well, I have a script. That's not what this is. This literally is, if you go through here, I think it's fascinating. Again, that's why I want to talk about this stuff late at night, because I know nobody's interested in it. But so, okay. So when I sold my movie, nobody told me that you have to have a continuity script and a spotting list. And I don't care who you are in the world, whether you provide it or they will pay a company, which they were wanting to charge us $30,000 for this. And I went, F that, I'll do it. But it took Nicole and I, it took us 4 days to do this, but that's worth $30,000. But my point is, this is just one of over 80 pages of things that we had to give them. So just a quick example of what this is it's, if you notice here, this is the first frame of the movie. Then you have to type out, if there's a logo, then you have to type out what words are there. And then you have to go, well, it fades to black. Then you have to go, okay, well, 10 seconds in, you fade in. There's another logo. And you have to go through the whole thing. And it goes through even people talking. And you have to put in, well, the camera moves to the right on 46 seconds into the movie. The camera pans to the right and there's figures standing there. And then the camera tilts up and you have to do this. And it's something that nobody teaches you. The film schools don't talk about it. And I kind of get it because you're not gonna go through the trouble of making this if you don't sell it. Now, if you put it on YouTube or you put it on Amazon Prime, they don't care because you're putting that in under you. But if you sell it to a distributor or Netflix, Hulu, you have to provide this because there's a lot of legal reasons on their part. So we had to learn it and do it, or they were going to charge a company $30,000 to do it and charge that to the movie. Now, truthfully, I know that they could have probably got it done for 15 and made $15,000 profit. I can't prove that, but that's what I feel. But even at $15,000, I'm like, what are you kidding? But again, that's why when people who really are talking out of their ass and go, well, I don't understand. Why can't you just put the movie together and sell it? And you're like, because there's a mountain of work to do. And here's the crazy part. Think about this. This is a continuity report for one movie. Okay, like see, goes all the way right there. See that right there? Last frame of the picture. I'm doing 6. So let's say it's 6 times 3. That's 1,800 pages that Nicole and I will have to type up. And it has to be exact. It has to be time coded every time somebody says something, every time you change a scene. And again, it's not a script, it's not a shooting script, it's a whole different thing. It's just one of those things that people don't know. And we didn't know. So that's one thing. Let's see. What's another thing? What's another one that you guys probably would never ever know, but might be interesting? I got a lot of them here. Let's see. I pulled up a lot. Oh, the song one. Well, I don't know if you guys found that. What are you doing? I'm over here.
I'm muted. You're gonna mute.
Well, I can't mute mine.
Here, I'll mute mine. Is that better? There we go. Sorry.
Good
Hi.
Lord.
I'm pulling an oath tonight with the filter because I have no makeup on, but whatever.
Oh, and then and then you have to provide them after the movie's done, because you can't do it before the movie's done. You have to provide them a professional. Let's see. Let me get back here to the screen share.
Dog's bargain.
How do I get to that now? Oh, right here. Okay, yeah. So anyway, so you have to do that first report, and that's not even the hardest one as far as I'm concerned, but that's one of them that you have to do. Then you have to provide them a professional PR report. I mean, a press release.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing about this is you don't really want to do your press release before you finish the movie, because you have to do a lot of work on the press release, and maybe the movie changes, and maybe you get a couple reviews, but you have to provide all of this for them: the synopsis, all the technical information, what camera you use, the printed format, aspect ratio, facts about the movie, all the people in the movie, and then like a professional one. I mean, like if you look at this, like this goes into what camera, what lenses, and this is a $3 million picture professional press release, and it goes down to key creative works and talks about the cinematographer and the editor and all that kind of stuff. Now, and then here's the interesting thing about that. Again, all this information comes to you when you're dealing with a company, and this is after they tell you, oh my God, we're going to make you a millionaire, and you're like, oh yeah, and they go, okay, so here's the contract, and then you look over the contract and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, what are all these things? And what they tell you is, don't worry about it, we'll work it out. What's important right now is we get you signed up, and you go, oh my God, they're going to pay me, wait, $13? And I'm going to be a millionaire in 6 months? Sign me up, because I need $13. So you sign it. And then, before they send you that $13, they say, oh, by the way, we need all these deliverables. And you're like, wait, what? What do you mean, all these deliverables? I don't have any money. I can't afford to do all this stuff. And they go, well, we'll charge it to the project. And then that's how movies, at the end of the day, there's no profit. Because if Nicole and I did all these. We did all these on our own. Because, for instance, this PR thing that they wanted, because I have no shame. They were like, okay, we need the PR release. And I was like, well, you need to send me an example. I mean, I lied. I said, because everybody wants one different. You can always use that, by the way, because then that forces them to go, well, okay, we have to send him one because he does have a point. I mean, maybe we like ours a little different. So they sent it to us, And we were like, oh, Christ. Okay, that's a lot of information. How many days is that going to take us? And so we said, well, how much would you all charge to do it? Well, they wanted $20,000 to do this. And we went, fuck that. We'll make it.
I actually have ours available if you want me to pull it up.
No.
Okay.
So, case in point, everything that you see here, this is one thing that everybody who sells anything to a distributor will have to do. Or
they'll do it.
Or they will do it.
Charge you.
And they will charge you. They will probably charge you double. And then before you know it, your movie is going to be in the negative. When we added up everything that they wanted, if we would have let them do it, we would have, before it ever was released, we would have owed them over $400,000. So we went, hell no, we'll make it. Now, what that means is more work, but you got to do it. I think this only actually took us 2 days. The other one that took us a lot. That took us about 6 days. What's another thing? I mean, there's so many. Let me pull this one up. See if you all would even find this one interesting. No, that's just this was the no, that was a spreadsheet that we got done in like 13 minutes. Oh yeah. Nope, not that. Wait. Oh, was it this? Yeah. Okay. So I'll share this one. And every once in a while, I'll share more of these. I'm sharing this information for a reason. I know I have a lot of filmmakers that follow me, and they just. Plus, I have a lot of people who are involved in movies or actors. Like Nicole is an actor in movies. She never knew about this. Hell, I think some editors don't know about this. Sometimes people go, I don't understand why it takes so long to get a movie done. And you're like, well, legitimately, and this is no lie, after we made our deal, there was at least 6 weeks of paperwork that we had to generate on our own. And we also had a hired lawyer that was creating documents every day. And that's just part of the business. And then when people would ask me, well, I don't understand that. How do independent filmmakers get a deal done? And I go, oh, it's really simple. They'll do all this for you. In fact, they kind of want to do all this for you because, when I reached out to a company, I could have gotten the PR release thing done for about $5,000 or $6,000. They wanted to charge us like $20,000 to $30,000, and then I wasn't willing to do any of it. I was like, hell, I'll stay up and work. So I'm going to share this. This is an example. This comes. I think about this every time somebody has music or a band, and they reach out and they go, hey, I'd like to provide or help you out with some music. Well, this is what people don't understand. We have to provide this right here. And we have to go through the movie. And as you notice here, there's a list of every single song, every single sound clip, who produced it, time code of when it happens in the movie, when it starts in the movie, when it ends in the movie. And you have to fill all this out for one reason. They want proof that when I sell them that movie, any sound that is in that movie, they own the rights to. And if they don't, they go, get it out of the movie and put something else in. We're not going to pay some band out there even $20 because you don't have Meryl Streep in your movie. They go, sell me that movie, and I have to provide them this list. I have to go through the whole movie, and in any sound other than sound effects. Now, there's a whole nother deal I have to do like this with sound effects to prove that every single sound effect that I add into the movie that wasn't done on camera, that they legally are cleared from. And that is what you're seeing here, but that's about 200 pages. Now, this is for music. So, for instance, let's say, well, Elena's here. Elena, she sings, what does she sing? Oh, right. She sings grunge skank rap all the time.
I didn't know this.
Oh, yeah. It's the nastiest rap. Oh, yeah. She does it all the time. But let's say she doesn't really. But let's say that she went, "Hey, Oak, I love you. I have this. I own the rights to it. You put it in your movie just to help out." And so let's say I put it in the movie. Well, I have to have a contract from her. I have to then have a something that proves that she wrote it and she owns it, and then I have to put it in. I have to put it in here so that they have a legal claim, because they're going to go, "Oh, hey, yeah, 15 minutes into the movie, there's 5 seconds of a song. Who owns that song? Who was it? Show me the contracts," and all that kind of stuff. And that's why it gets difficult when so many band members reach out to me whenever I'm making something and they go, "Hey, look, I'm trying to break into the business and I would love to." And I go, "Well, you got to give it to me for free, legal, in a contract." And I understand it. They're like, "Well, I mean, can I let you use it? And then if they want to buy it, they could maybe pay me." And I'm like, "Nope, because they won't." Um, so that's another thing that has to be done and provided and done after the movie. So, these are all things that, well, because I am who I am. Like literally right now, I know that there's 2 filmmakers that are right now going, we have to sign NDA agreements. Like, I don't know why independent filmmakers don't talk about this, but the industry has kind of been like, "Don't tell people what we do." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck off." I mean, what is crazy? I mean, legally, if you want to go to a courthouse, you could look it all up. And I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not saying that what they want or need is not warranted. There's a reason they want it, because if they put something out and it became a hit, believe me, somebody who had 5 seconds of a song in there would be suing them for millions of dollars. So I understand it.
Well, even when we did the last movie, I made the song for the movie specifically, and I signed, I was like, "Use it, whatever, you can have it." And they still made me like register it for ASCAP and go through all these steps to even use it, even though I was willing to sign a waiver saying, "Have it." So there's like a million steps.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh, wait a minute. I might have it. Oh, this one killed me. Wait a minute. Let me see if this is it. No, I don't have that one. And in the next couple of nights, I'll put in the worst one. The worst one was you have to do this thing. I'll tomorrow I'll find out the original name for it. But it literally is. And again, there's companies that will do this, and we almost thought about letting them charge us to do it. But they were wanting like $45,000 to do it. And when you were independent like us, and we were going, well, it'll be 15 days of grueling work for us. That's worth that amount of money to us. And it literally is, you have to go through every single second of the movie, every single second. You have to start in the beginning, and you have to use a time code, and you literally have to type out exactly what's going on. Man enters from the left, says this, and then underneath you have to name names. And all this, I thought it was for subtitles. It's not. It's literally for a written legal document of what they have bought, because a legal written word document will stand up in court, because visual documents, i.e. the movie, is open to interpretation. Well, somebody can say, well, well, maybe that's a chair to you, but to me, that's a couch. But the written word stands up in court. So
That's where we make a good team, though, because while you can sit through and edit and work on the same clip for 20 hours, and I would shoot myself, I can sit through stuff like that where it's like clerical, like typing things out, and I don't have a problem with that.
right. But my point is this. Oh, and somebody wrote me last night and said this. Don't mistake. When I am saying these things, like when I was going through my sound edit, okay, I put that amount of work into it because I love it. But don't keep that from you not making stuff. You need to make, like, just make it. Like, for instance, if I'd have known all this stuff that we had to do after the movie, that might have intimidated me. I might have gone, oh my God. I mean, that's another 2 months of just legal paperwork that has to be done. This is a waste of time. And maybe I would have it would have curtailed me from doing the movie. No, do your movie. And if you don't have a team or you can't do all this stuff, fine. What the hell do you care? Let them put the movie out and make,
Especially
make all the money, especially for the first or second
movie,
time, right?
Yeah, just get the audience.
And then you can be a little smarter. And I don't mean that you're not smart, but look, if they were paying me $1 million, I wouldn't do all this. I'd be like, hell yeah, wait a minute. How much is all that together? 200,000? Fine. Hire a company to do it. I'll take my 700,000. I'll go to the beach, drink a Mai Tai, slap Nikki on the ass, run around naked, and then I'll be like, let's make something else.
We're doing that?
But I do feel bad that nobody. I feel bad about two things. Number one, I have friends and family and people that get involved with the movie and they go, I don't understand. Why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? And you're like, well, because, there's all this stuff. And they're like, what? And I go, I know. Nobody talks about it. Nobody shows you. I mean, like, I'm not kidding you when I say I turned in after the movie was done, after I sold it to them, a stack of papers that legitimately was 4 inches thick of stuff that you have to do. I mean, it just has to be done. There's no in or out. It has to be done. And if you're independent, you're going to do it, or you're going to let them do it and charge the movie for it. But I find it fascinating. There's one document that I'm going to pull up probably tomorrow night just to show everybody, because I just went, why do you all need this? And literally, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like, I'm just going to show it to you.
Wait, there's that one thing they needed. It was like literally like it'd be like asking for a musician to have an 8-track tape. It was
Yes.
like a VHS
Yes.
of our movie.
That's exactly.
And we were like, a VHS?
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck? And they would never use it. They haven't used it, but we had to go have one made. We had to seek out a company and find them and have our movie put onto VHS and send them a copy of it.
Right. It's
so stupid.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you. Yeah. She stole the thunder a little bit,
Sorry.
but no, don't.
Okay.
Because believe me, most people will be dipping out of here pretty quick because they don't find this interesting. But they wanted me to give them a version of the movie that would fit a 1970s TV screen.
That's what it was.
And I went, why? And they went, well, just in case somewhere in Yugoslavia wants to buy it, we want to be able
in the world
to give it to them. And I went, okay, well, can we make a deal? How about if you sell it to a territory that wants it in a 4:3 format?
I'll get it made. But they were like, no.
I'll sign a contract that I'll get it to you within 5 days. And they went, nope, we need it. I was like,
I will
Okay.
say, though,
And to this
like,
day, it
you know what's funny? I will say, of all the companies we ended up having to work with to make all the different things that we needed made, I think that woman was probably one of the nicest, most genuine, upfront companies. That
yeah,
we
well,
worked
now
with.
that was something. Now again, that's where, and this might be a little information for some beautiful, wonderful filmmaker out there, just for something to have a little bit of information on, is this. Uh, that has to be done on an actual track tape. It's kind of like, think of a VHS tape, but thicker and bigger. Like it's heavy duty. And
Okay,
you know, no matter how bad I want to do that, I can't make that.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, how much is that going to be? And they were like, well, that could be all the way up to $60,000. And I was like, fuck that. So I got on the phone calling everybody. I found a woman that made it. And of course, she was like, I'll charge you $5,000 to make it. And we were like, oh my God.
Oh, Brian said he can make VHSs and he has a deck. So I don't think it was VHS.
No, it wasn't. Think beta tapes, Brian.
It might be kind of fun at some point just to have a VHS of our movie to be like for nostalgic reasons. You can just make 434 and it's literally a setting. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, well,
I was wrong. Sorry.
Okay, Carissa, you're right, but here's what you're not considering.
Yeah.
It is almost as simple as just outputting it in a 4:3, but it has to be put on a beta deck tape. And not only that, we have to go in and the subtitles that fit a non-4:3 format, we have to reformat them to put on a 4:3. And when you take something down to a 4:3, it's cutting out. Like nobody films in 4:3 anymore.
Yeah.
So I might, when I'm in my film frame, I might see like Nicole sitting on the toilet over here having a conversation. But if I make it a 4:3,
the bucket?
I have to pan and scan and go, well, I'm gonna have to only see her or only see him.
Yeah.
And
it's ridiculous.
That's an artistic choice that you have to make.
You know what was interesting watching that happen though was that's how everything used to be. Like that's how TV used to be.
Oh yeah.
And so you don't realize now that we're so used to the widescreen and the 16:9 format, watching 4:3 is like I'm only seeing half the movie. Like it's insane. What is going on?
Yeah, and the other crazy thing is, I remember, this will date me a little bit, but I remember when VHS decks were coming out, and the big thing was they would allow you to pan and scan. Like, so you could have the controller and you could actually like move it back and forth so that you could see the widescreen format and decide what you wanted to look at.
Yeah, right. Oh, fuck. That's what I remember. I used to fucking hate it because they'd have those two black bars, and I was like, I hate that.
No, that's not pan and scan. That's letterbox.
No, he's saying the letterbox.
Yeah. No, I remember.
I hated that when it came out because I was like, this
no. What's funny is you would have loved letterbox, because I'm going to tell you what you would have hated is be sitting in a room with either your mom or your uncle or your grandmother to have that pan and scan, and you'd be watching the movie and they'd be like, no, I don't want to look at him anymore, and they'd be screwing over the right, and you'd be like, wait, what are you?
God, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
I've never heard of this, so that's so interesting.
So anyway, but my point is, like, those are things that they ask for. Now, what do I truthfully believe? Here's what I truthfully believe. They all demand that because, like I said, I got those. I was able to do the work. It took Nicole and I probably 4 days to output it in video. Then we had to send that video to a company that put it on those tapes with the time code, burn in, yada yada yada. And that woman did it for $5,000. But you know how I got that $5,000? I sold a truck I had. What if you didn't have a truck to sell? Most independent filmmakers aren't going to have just $5,000 lying around to have that done. Yeah. And meanwhile, we're paying a lawyer the whole time on everything. Yep. So, and remember what I said, the distributor went, well, we'll do it. We understand. You're poor. Nah, don't. We got it covered.
They act like they're your friend by doing that, but really they're.
And they were going to make about a $40,000 profit on it.
Yeah, they fucking double or triple the charge for things and pocket the money and claim that it costs that much. So, sucks, but.
So
Only 5K. What a deal.
it's no, believe me, no. Well, it was when we were thinking it was going to cost us 50,000.
Yeah, we contacted because they give us a list of the companies they use, and we contacted all of them in LA, and they were like double or triple that amount. And she was out of Austin, Texas. I can't recall her name at the moment, like an independent company out of Austin, and she was
Yeah,
amazing.
she's a sweetheart.
Sweetest
Now, eventually,
person.
sadly, her job is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Because everything will be digital. I mean, pretty soon, Netflix. And when I say Netflix, just think of all of them, Hulu and all of them. Everything will be digital. Now, I'm sure they'll require other things, but pretty soon.
I have thought this recently.
Because Netflix is not. I've seen what Netflix wants for deliverables, and they're not asking for that.
It's crazy. Yeah.
My point on this is sharing a little bit of this is, I think sometimes, and believe me, I will jump on artists all day long also. But sometimes it gets frustrating because you don't know how to express to people who don't understand, all this was not fun and games. I did not love this at all. I mean, and I'm not saying that being an artist means it should be fun all the time. It should not be. But I go sometimes. People go, I just don't understand why it's taking you so long to get the movie out. What made me think about this today is somebody went on and made a comment, about a half paragraph comment of going, yeah, I don't understand why it's taking so long for this to come out. I mean, when's it coming out? I mean, how come you can't give me a date? Like, I really want to know when this come out. Like, I'm a fan. I deserve to know this. And you're just like, she's like, man, look, do you think I don't want it out? I am working I want this out so bad. Why do you think I'm working on it?
I was gonna say it's such a double-edged sword because it's like, in one sense, you appreciate those people because they're excited to see your movie, and you're like, yeah, man, I'm just as excited. But on the other hand, it's like hard to explain to them and be like, look, it's not our fault. Like we're working as fast as we can, but there's just steps that have to happen.
Yeah, and I think part of it is that the industry set it up to where it's taboo to talk about what I'm sure they set it up because they went, if everybody saw it, they'd go, well, why in the hell are you charging $50,000 for this? It only cost $1,000, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that's why. But I go, every filmmaker on the planet has had to do this. Although I will tell you a fascinating phenomenon that I found out. I've run across some independent filmmakers that I love dearly. They didn't even know about this stuff. And I was like, well, how did you, no, wait, go and steal me again.
Sorry.
I was like, how did you get this deal then? And they went, I don't know. I just gave it to them and they took it. And I'm like, well, let me see your contract. And then I start looking at their contract and I'm like, dude, yeah, this is all in there. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, they're going to charge you for this. They're going to charge you for this. And they're like, well, what is that? And I'm like,
well, it's
I get it.
You ask a lot of them, like, have you seen a dime? And they're like, well, not yet. And you're like,
yeah.
You're never going to see a dime. They will milk you forever.
And case in point,
you out when they ask. It's not so much stress. It's just like a wish that we could explain and share to them. Like, believe me, we want it out worse than anybody. So, we could share that, and that's what we're basically trying to do. So.
And the other part of it is this. Look, my distribution company, they were weasels. But I will say this, and I would stand up all the time for this. They allowed us to do all this work. So we actually were one of the few people that got paid. Now, when I said we got paid,
not a lot.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. I'll say that. I mean, basically, I'm legally tied for another 7 years to not talk about the numbers. But basically, think about this. Think about a McDonald's wage and put it over 3 years, divided up over 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, granted, this is what they love to say to us. Well, yeah, but she got paid the same thing. And I'm like, okay, well, but she's her own individual. I don't know what the F that means. But at the same time, I'm not really griping about it because we're rare. Because we did have a distribution consultant that taught us all of this.
They didn't allow
because
us.
none of my other friends have even seen a dime
They
because
would-
they
yeah.
start off $200,000 or
The only
$300,000.
reason they allowed us is we had Peter Broderick who knew about all this and
Yeah.
looked at our contract and was like, "You can do this," and
Yeah.
they're trying to charge you double. And if you did it, it would take you some work, but you do it. And I guarantee you, most filmmakers don't have someone like Peter that could
I
even
know.
guide them down.
That's
that path,
why
so
I
he's
spoke
the
with Peter
reason.
and I was like, look, I won't go on and share all the documents that you shared with us to teach us. I was like, but will you allow me to go on and just talk about it?
And he actually did that.
And he was
did
like,
that
yeah.
interview with you.
Uh-huh.
that he
Yeah,
shared.
he did.
More like every 6 months, Brian. Not weekly.
You got
Every
paid
6
weekly?
months,
Oh, hell
we
no.
saw like a
No.
little
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
pins.
Brian, and don't take this wrong. She's even off on that. No, we got paid quarterly. And I thought, well, quarterly, I understand quarterly in a business, but quarterly in the movie business is different. There's only 2 quarters in a year. And when they make a deal, for instance, we were getting paid a year and a half after
Yeah.
they got their money. And the way it's set up and the way their definitions of a quarter are, it's the way it works. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing on this movie, because I've learned my lesson. And that means you better get your money up front. You better get your money up front. And I always reserve rights for my merchandising. And I know I don't charge a lot. I mean, you know, somebody's like, well, you put a coffee cup up, what's that going to do? And I go, well, but if I sell 10 coffee cups, you know, that'll keep me going. But this time around, we've now positioned to where we'll get money up front. But, and that's not me griping about it. And I just want to make this very clear. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've worked as a pipeliner. I've laid concrete. I've worked as a plumber's apprentice.
Chippendales.
I'm not at all trying to say that or prove that this is harder than anything else, but I do sometimes want to stand up and say, look, it is just as hard at times. And I know it's weird to say that because people see us out there filming and having a good time, but I'm going to tell you, when I made this document and where it was literally having to sit here and go through it, I went, I would rather be out in the sun digging a ditch again for that pipeline than doing that. It was horrid.
Emily.
Hi.
Hi.
But anyway, wanted to share that.
Oh, let me share really quick because you said earlier, but I wasn't on yet.
Why you do that?
The car wash. So the car wash is tomorrow in
Yep.
Tulsa, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. A bunch of the actors are actually going to be showing up, which I'm excited about. For a while, I wasn't sure if it would just be me out there by myself, but it looks like a bunch of the actors are showing up. We're really excited. So I know a few of the fans have said they're going to be there. I know, Brian, you created that event, by the way. Thank you so much for doing that. I invited a bunch of people to that event. I don't want to promise anything because you never know, but I also sent out a newsletter or like a press release to like 7 of the local news channels, and a few of them have looked at it. One of them opened our newsletter like 4 times already. So you never know. Maybe local news will show up. I don't know, but we're prepared. All the supplies have been purchased. We'll be out there having a good time, washing cars, and having the blood cannon experience and all that kind of stuff. So please, if you're local or around the area, please show up. We'd love to see you. And yeah, that was just my little quick. Oh, and then really quick, I am running my Kickstarter campaign, and I'm actually so excited because today I got up to 30% funded already, and it's only been 2 days. Thank you guys so much for that. I know a lot of people have been excited about the vinyl that we have. Actually, randomly today, there was this guy in town that I told him about this. He was like, I'm going to seek it out and buy it just because I love vinyl. So we have the vinyl, we have Christmas ornaments, we have shirts, we have shorts. We have a ton of cool perks this time. So check that out. And if you are coming to the car wash, you can pre-buy tickets and get a free photo op. So also check that out on my Kickstarter campaign.
I'm gonna put this up there. Yeah. And Brian, you know, the first time I see you, and again, I know that we don't know all that much behind us, but I think we have a general love for people and accepting of whoever people are and how they are. I'm gonna give you the biggest bear hug in the world. I just want to be a little careful because I try to make very careful that I don't bring any like the IRS. I don't want to mess with them. But I will say this: it. I have no problem. I do think it's ugly and it's nasty, but I've also been in the oil business. That can be just as nasty. I've been in the car sales business, and that can be just as nasty. I will say this: what I find ugly about that machine is you have people who have a dream and they somehow muster enough energy to create something, and they want so badly to put it out there, and a lot of the distributors have learned exactly what to say. But then I go, maybe that's a process that filmmakers need to go through, because it makes them go, if I want to make a business out of this for myself, I need to learn and be smarter. Because also on the flip side, I know a lot of artists and a lot of filmmakers that feel entitled when they really haven't done anything, and they need to be kind of smacked down a little bit. You know, I mean, it's always like this yin and yang. Like, also, I will tell you this. Well, I'll give you a quick. I'll only take 5 minutes on this, but I'm going to share this because I feel it's important. I took great love that because I took so much time, hired a distribution consultant. Nicole and I did all this work. It frustrated the head of our distributor so much that he got so mad at me, he ripped his computer off his desk and threw it out the front door of his office, and it happened to hit a city bus, and then he got sued by the city for so I loved it that I made him that angry. At the same time, they were so good at their job that I hold the record for one of the longest running movies on TV in the UK. So it's, in one sense, I go, I couldn't do what I want to do without them, and they really do a really good job. At the same time, they could be more fair. And then I go, I could be more fair and not always crap on them and think they're idiots. And anytime they say something, I'm like, you're not the artist. Shut the hell up. What do you know about a trailer? What are you? And then watch them pull their hair out and go, could you please just make it 30 seconds shorter? And me not understanding that why they're wanting to do that is Spain TV runs commercials every 14 minutes, and if my movie won't fit in within
In
that,
that
they
time.
can't sell it.
You want to be like, I could be Lars von Trier, okay? You should just be glad I'm making something that's
Yeah.
at least semi-normal.
So it's good and bad. You know, it's good and bad. What I try to do is try to give the information on what I've learned and go, this is how you can protect yourself. And make them do the job they're supposed to do. And then I also do the same thing. I try to talk. I had a filmmaker who would literally was just like, I don't understand why they're wanting me to cut my movie down. And I was like, well, how much do they want to cut out? And they literally said to me, an hour. And I went, an hour? Well, how long is your movie? And they were like, 3 hours. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, I are you trying to sell this for a theatrical run? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, when is the last time you went and watched a 3 hour movie in a movie theater? He was like, well, people will want to watch mine. And I'm thinking, okay, I felt for the distributor there. I was like, yeah, buddy, I love you. And I ain't going to sit in a theater for 3 hours to watch your movie. I'm just not going to do it.
There is a balance between being an artist and sticking to your vision and then just being like,
yeah, it's tough.
Crazy. And being like, fuck you, artist. That's like doing shit that's insane. It's impossible to market. Unless you're already a name. Like, I feel like there are movies that long, but it's because it's from established directors or creators that people will go for their name. But if you're starting out to try and assume people will watch a 3 hour movie in a theater with no name behind it, It's like, no, dude. And in fact, I remember when we met Peter and we showed him your first movie, Isolation, one of his comments is he was like, I love this movie and I think it's great, but it is going to be, it's more of an art type film and it's probably going to have a limited audience. He was like, have you considered making a horror film? He was like, they're extremely marketable and they reach a broad audience and they are easily sellable versus something that's more like artistic or whatever. And it led down that path where you were like, well, I actually have always had an idea for a horror film. And it led us to make Crawl or Die versus pushing, because he was like, if you want to push this film that you've made, I think it's great. I think with a little bit of like tweaks here and there, it could be polished and or whatever. He was like, I'll stand by you because I love this movie and I'll push it out there with you, but it's not going to be as marketable as something like a horror film. So, it's all that kind of stuff to consider. Are you trying to reach a broad audience out the gate, or are you trying to be like, I really don't care if only 20 people see this?
Yeah, and
Emily, I don't have makeup on. Don't give me shit, okay?
Yeah, this is rare.
I put lipstick on and the filter, but my eyes are like this big because I don't have there.
Because for the first, I'm telling you right now, for the first 2 years I dated her, I never saw her not in makeup. Like literally, I would wake up in the morning
and now we know why. If I took the filter
and I was
off,
like,
the hell?
I was like, what? Wow, you're like, is your eyeliner like tattooed on? And she was like, no. I was like, huh. I was like, I never saw her without ever.
Now you know why I look at
And then I found out she set an alarm to wake up an hour before I did to go put eyeliner on. So this is
I'm dead.
No, you look, you're not as gorgeous as me, but you're there. Wait, there was something. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I agree, Brian. And look, and Brian, you're probably different than most people. When I was saying what I was saying, I mean, look, I sat and watched a 14-hour movie of monks chanting. Like, I'll watch anything. Like, I'm a big movie geek, but I go in general. It's
more recent than that. Fucking that recent. I want to say it was one of the superhero movies. I feel like it was like 2.5 hours long.
Maybe
the Justice League or something.
Okay, well look, let me get back to my point on this. This was an independent film about two people playing checkers in a room for 3 hours, and I was like, buddy, look, what I said to him was, you might cut him a little slack if they're trying to sell it, to a theatrical chain, And he was like, I'm not going to do it. I was like, okay, man, stand behind your guns. And he's gotten no deal, So, you're still beautiful, maybe. Nope.
No, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to take this filter off and see.
What else? I'm not going to. Last night, I started where I was doing the. Oh wait. Oh, what was it that made your ultimate decision to create Color Dye 2 as several episodes instead of one film? I'll tell you what it was. I realized when I made Crawl or Die how little time you have to tell a story. And during that time, I started really falling in love with really great. Breaking Bad was coming out, and I loved that. Mad Men had come out, and
Dexter.
I went, what?
Dexter.
Yeah, I mean, Dexter was more of like a guilty fun pleasure, but I'm saying for me, I was like, to me, I started going, oh my God, you know what's great about this is people are taking it serious. The content that's being made is being made with weight. And I went, oh my God, you can tell backstories, you can delve into characters because literally, look, I hope this doesn't ruin it for everyone. Hey Brian, love you.
Brian.
We'll see you tomorrow. I hope this doesn't ruin things for you people. It almost ruined it for me. After I made Crawl or Die, I realized that in 96 minutes or an hour and a half, 2 hours, there is so little time that I realized that if you're ever watching a movie and that camera pans to show a fish in a fishbowl, there is like I go, oh shit, there we go. That fish is going to die, or somebody going to trip into the fish, or fishbowl is going to fall. There's so little time to tell a story in a movie that if the camera shows you anything, there's a reason. Because if there wasn't, there's not enough time, and they'd go, well, get that out of there. That's not. We got to get to this, and I realized that if I could have 6 hour chances to tell a story, that gives me so much more time to go, this is where Tank started off, or this is what got Tank there, or these characters that are there, this is where they come from. Yeah, yes. More opportunity. And also, I will say this. I think you'll understand this, Moretta, very well. Movies are special for me anyway, because when I was growing up, and because my family was in the oil business, I was always moving. And as a young kid, that meant that, I'm going from the East Coast, young schools, to a Midwest schools, and so, it's different cultures, it's different people. And so you're an outsider all the time, and you try to figure out how to belong, and how do you get in cliques of people that have known each other and all that. And where I found it was in movies, in movie theaters. I would see stories, and I'd go, oh, I'm not weird.
Wow.
I sing Grease Lightning like John Travolta does. And and you go around. So movies were always sacred to me. And I would have never thought. I mean, I liked TV. I mean, I loved Hill Street Blues and 30 something, but they didn't feel like when I walked into a movie theater and everything was dark and everything was quiet. It just felt, I don't know. It just felt weighted. and but it started to change for me. When those shows came out, I was like, and major actors were coming back to television, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like in the past, even for me, television was one thing, and then
yeah,
like major stars and serious actors was strictly movies. And now, I mean, hell, almost all my favorite actors have done some form of TV.
right. And what solidified it for me, and please, I don't care if people liked it or not. It's not my point. It's it's that when Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Pesci, Harvey Keitel
Yeah.
all got together. To me, some of the absolute great filmmakers came together and did that on HBO. I was like, well, screw it. I mean, why I do it here and treat it just like I would a movie. Put all the weight that I put into a movie and put it in here. And I was like, you can, you idiot.
Yeah.
And that's why. So I appreciate that a lot. I mean, Nicole and I had that discussion a lot.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous about doing it.
We had a long talk about what was the right path for the story and for the characters and how to tell it. And I think it came down to that, and also just seeing where the industry was going and what was going to be in demand, and
Well,
our chances of selling it. And I go, there's a million indie films made that are sold every year by shit distributors like we had, that they just take them and throw them out in bundles of packs that are shown. But what's really taking off is things like Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, that they want series and they want long form stories. And we were like, anybody at our indie level making any like a series.
well, okay,
Not
wait,
in
wait,
it-
wait,
well,
wait,
well,
hold
not
on.
in this way.
Yeah, that's an important
There's
thing.
a lot of like YouTube series and
Yeah,
but as far as like making something to sell as a completed series that's not a Hollywood pack thing, that was an interesting challenge.
yeah. I'm going to expand on that for a second. This is what I love doing about these late night things, because I can get on, because I do get people that write me and go, will you let Nicole talk? And I go, guys, I am so passionate about this stuff that I talk about it. Like, it really means something to me. And I understand that most people, it doesn't. That's why I like coming on this late night, because I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit.
Your late stream.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, I'm actually glad you're on here tonight. That was that was my major thing, and you touched on it right there. See, being independent, if you tell people I'm making a series of, people go YouTube, like they don't, like, it's independent film has worked its way up through with like Rodriguez, with like El Mariachi and Paranormal Activity. People go, oh, well, it might be okay. But that has not happened on a series yet. Right now, any independent, they go, oh, yeah, probably watch it on YouTube, or maybe on Amazon Prime, or Crackle TV. The only series that people go, oh shit, I gotta watch it, is if HBO is making it, if Hulu's making it. So it really scared me, because I went, I know the quality that I'm doing, but I know the connotation of being independent and going, well, I'm doing a series, and I knew immediately what I'm going to be fighting out in the PR world. That's why I make a point to always say I'm making 6 movies, because I'm fighting that right now, and it was a big decision, because legitimately I could go, well, I'm just a crazy son of a bitch, and I made 6 movies, and I'm going to release them once a year. But I went, that's not really what I did. I mean,
But I think that was a challenge, and it's not that we're putting down people that make YouTube series or anything like that. But it was going, can we do something equal to what we would have done if we put it out as a film, put out
Right.
something quality that is taken seriously, that is bought by one of these platforms as a
Yeah.
finished product, not as something that we pitch to them and then they remake it on a budget, but go, no, we made it on our small budget and it's just as good as anything you might make on your budget, and buy it and market it and sell it as a serious thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. So so there was a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
thought and worry about it. There's a lot of thought and worry about it. I actually, I mean this sincerely. Thank you very much for that question. That's it was a I don't know why Nicole and I keep doing this to ourselves. I mean, I swear to God. I mean, every time we do something, we take the. I go, well, what's the
Because-
most difficult route?
because
All right, let's take
if
it.
it's not, then fuck it. Why are we doing it? If we just wanted to put on films on YouTube for our family, then that's what we'd be doing. But we're seeking
Oh,
out.
I've said all the time. I can those movies that Beretta sent of you and her dancing out on the lake naked. I guarantee we could put that out, and that would make triple
Okay, first
whatever
of all,
we're gonna make in no.
Those have not been made yet, but Moretta, I just
But-
want you to know, I'm down. Whenever you want to go, I will ride out on your kayak with you in a bikini, and let's have some fun. Let's make some videos.
Did I say bikini? No.
I
Hey.
said bikini. That's what I said.
Well, that would make it. What?
Let
No,
go.
that still probably would make more.
Let go. Look at, she's ready. We're doing it. We're doing. Now he can't be mad when you invite me out and I go with you because he set it up. So that we're doing it.
Oh.
I went home and looked for that bear rub.
Right.
Farming. Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Emily, I so wish you were still in Tulsa because. Oh, by the way, Emily, this may have been something that was supposed to be a surprise, but my bad. Tana wrote me and told me that she's flying out to visit you, and Oak and I are going to be sending some surprises with her for you.
A fireplace.
And
We're sending you a fireplace.
and a
You're gonna
bear-
walk in with a big
a
fireplace
bear
and a
rug
bear rug.
and a photo of Oak in a loincloth. You're welcome. This says badass. He's gonna pose like George from Seinfeld with
I've told everybody
a loincloth.
if it comes down to the end of the campaign and I need to put tassels on, I'll
Yes.
put tassels on. I got no shame.
Woo. So yes, Emily, yes, we're gonna send you some surprises. So I am running a campaign for my music. I'm not gonna pitch this like constantly, but I am running one. I've already reached 30% funded in 2 days, thanks to you guys and Tank Army. But something I've actually been doing recently, every time because I'm not a career singer and I'm not doing this every day of my life, but when I'm getting geared up to do an album, I like to get my voice warm and get it ready and sing. But I have a hard time doing that in front of anyone, so I don't do it while I'm home with Oak because I would die. But what I do is every time I go for a drive, I like blare music and belt my heart out to get my voice warmed up. So I've been belting the Chicago soundtrack, All That Jazz, like over and over and over. And I've been thinking about recording it sometime just for fun and posting it to backers only during the campaign. Because I actually sing like really confidently when I'm by myself. So I think it'd be kind of funny if I could record it and you guys could watch and just reassure you that I actually can sing. It's just that I can't sing in front of people because I get nervous. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I went out today to get some supplies for the car wash, and the whole drive I was just belting All That Jazz, dancing in the car by myself. So I'm gonna do it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Driving concerts. So I got to figure out because I play music from my phone. So if I try to record at the same time, it won't let me. But I actually have an iPad, so I'm thinking of doing it.
So I have two things I want to say real quick.
Okay.
Remind me to tell everybody. Shit, I already forgot that.
I will remind you that.
Okay, well, the number one thing I'll remember here, man. Number one thing is, man, Moretta, girl, you are an inspiration to me. I'm not gonna lie. Scanning your Facebook post, and I know you can go ahead and apologize to me now, going, "Oh, I'm sorry that not every single post is about your movie." I'll accept that apology because I know that deep down you go, "I have to post every once in a while about something else." I'll accept that, but you must you work on stuff 24/7. I saw that you made these little things, and
I
then you're
want it.
out riding the bike, and then you're
Gosford
doing
house.
this.
Give me
I'm
it.
just like, plus you're raising people. I'm just like, man,
She's raising
You-
people.
you're
Miranda, can you come raise me, please? I need some raisin.
anyway. I'm giving you a compliment. I
Hold on, I'm gonna show this on stream because I geeked out when I saw this.
you're a Terminator. I love that.
Tab. Where is it? Facebook share. Okay, y'all, look at this that she made. By the way, I need it. I want to have one.
I know.
She made this in like a day. It's a Friday the 13th Freddy Krueger birdhouse, and I need to have one. Yeah, sorry, I just had to show that.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. And
Except sometimes she paddles against the current underwater kayak and tries to,
well,
kill
that's
herself,
because she's
but-
a Scorpio.
you know. good
Believe
job.
me, when I said I don't know why we always take the path hardest, that's because Scorpios go, wait, the current's going towards us at 50 miles an hour and everybody's going that way? No,
Yes.
fuck that.
She posted that story about the street, about going against the stream and how hard it was, and somebody was like, well, you shouldn't go out if the wind is over a certain. She was like, fuck that.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
get
know.
the training in. I was like, yeah. You're
I know.
badass.
I know. Literally. and you'll laugh about this, Marina. Everybody to me went, wait a minute. You're going to do 6 1.5 hour episodes and you're going to edit them all by yourself? I was like, yeah. And they were like, and wait, how, wait, is this going to take you like 3 years? I was like, oh no, I'll be done in like 3 months, 4 months. And they were like, well, what? And I went, oh, that response right there, I'm going to get done in 2 months. I was like, oh, no. And then they went, you're going to go crazy. And in my brain, I went, yeah, I probably am, but it'd be a cold day in hell before you ever see it. Anyway. So one thing I was going to say is, so last night, for Moretta, although sadly she was only on for a couple minutes and then had more interesting things to do. David Duke came on, and Ian was on, and this guy named Charlie was on. I got a message today from somebody who went, hey, I popped in and was watching you on the talking about sound yesterday, and they went, so could you never do that again? Because that was the most boring thing on the planet. And I literally wrote back and went, yeah, sorry, I'm actually going to be posting a lot of that. And I just was like, I know. But I do appreciate y'all hanging in there.
I don't think it's boring.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Whatever.
If you'll watch me. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, Emily, you what are you talking about, girl? Please.
Emily, you out there kicking ass in your job, so it's all good.
Did you say in her jaw?
In her jab.
Oh, job.
In her jab. In her jab.
All right, so yeah, you got a big day tomorrow.
I do. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
Well, I think you're going to have some people. I mean, look, one thing I've learned in this deal. Oh, I'll bet you everybody here will go, yeah, that does happen. Now, there is a chance that nobody will show up except for you. You might be out there doing all that by yourself.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That's why I like me. Even though I get scared about stuff, I'll fucking do it.
Because
But I believe that the people that said they're going to show up will show up. If they don't, I'll hate them forever. No, I'm just kidding.
I had this group of people once in Chicago that wanted me to do a live painting, and they worked for 6 months, and I showed up to do it, and there was one girl that sat down with her Walkman and watched me for like an hour and left. And I was just like,
Listen,
What
if
the-
I have
who
to
the-
do this by
everybody was
myself,
screaming and yelling for me to be. What the fuck am I doing
got
here?
5 wash mitts. I'll put on hands and feet, and I'll fucking wash every car by myself if I have to. I don't care.
We're gonna go live out there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna be here.
Bitch.
I'm going to handle the StreamYard here, and then she, or if there's anybody else there that has, what do I call? I call mom skills, which can control the animals. They might handle the live feed and be back and forth.
Even if they don't, I found my iPad, so I'm setting that up to do the live stream the whole time. So I'll set that up on a table, and it'll be live streaming, and then I can do the wash, rinse, photos, all of it if I have to. But a bunch of people said they were showing up, so I think a bunch of people will be there.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have a good time.
There's no way all of you are gonna back out, so at least somebody will show up. No.
See, now don't you tempt fate like that. I'm telling you, I painted for 6 hours for a woman who literally was eating a bag of Oreos on her Walkman, and I would turn around and be like, "Hey," and she was like,
I know at least Jamie will be there because it's literally at her business, so I'll stalk her down if she tries to leave me and be like, "Get the fuck out!"
"Oh shit! I didn't think you were gonna be there, Moretta. Oh,
she
you're gonna be
she
there."
Could be there for a little bit in the beginning.
Oh, well, hell. Then.
I believe Moretta. I know she'll show up, but I know she also has work. So
I don't care. Oh no, then the first hour and a half would be great no matter what.
Yeah.
Because it could be nobody could show up, and I guarantee you and Moretta would be like, "Okay, you know what? Let's handle this. Let's take care of it." Nikki, go out there and start dancing, and I'll wash you. There we go.
Backup micro bikini just in case we get desperate. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'm really excited. There will be booze, but don't tell anybody that, Emily. Thanks for outing me there. No, it's a totally sober car wash. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My water bottle that
I'm going to tell you right now.
Vodka.
I'm going to tell you right now. There are 2 people on this planet that, if I get the budget I want, are going to be in trouble. One is my Chicago girl, and then I'm going to get hold of Moretta and sit her down and be like, "All right, Moretta, what's it going to take? I've got a 3-year contract here, and you see all these crazy nut jobs.
Help! We need another Scorpio energy in here to help out. I'm a little too spazzy for all of it. I like flavored water too. Yeah, it's flavored water. That's what it is. There's no vodka in my water bottle. What are you talking about? Never. No way. I'm definitely not drinking tequila shots right now. No. Mm-mm.
Wait, what? Oh.
No.
Oh, God. Here we go.
I'm excited for tomorrow, y'all. Excited.
Sign me up. Also, I can't pull it up on the screen, because if I pull it up on the screen, somebody out there that watches this later on is going to screen capture it. Yeah, so your dialogue scene now is you're up to about 2 paragraphs. But don't panic. I promise you, Moretta, I know Scorpios. I will give it to you in plenty of time to memorize it before you show up out here.
I basically just stare at you begrudgingly until you stop talking.
Yeah, I've taken lines away. She actually went, so
I suck.
now I don't do anything. I
figured my whole entire part in this movie is going to be glares and grunts.
I was like, but I like Moretta's voice. I love the way she's like.
I'm going to be glares and grunts tank, and everyone else has all the lines. So that's what it is.
Plus, you know what? So screw you. I know you know the humor behind it, because I've already gotten 2 people that wrote me and was like, I think that was kind of a rude thing to say to Moretta. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. First of all, Moretta, you are absolutely stunningly beautiful. It was a beautiful photograph. But I went, if anybody's going to get this fucking sense of, yeah, I got 2 messages.
Good Lord.
But I went, you get that, right? Please don't.
She did. Did you see her GIF response? I was gonna say a whole lot. Oh, I agree. My eyes are very expressive. I actually have to tone them down. I was like, can you tone down Google eyes.
Because every time you put up a beautiful photograph, believe me, I'm gonna be the one that puts up a comment that's like, ah.
It's true. It's true.
But just to make it public, you're stunning.
Scorpios have
Emily's
the best
stunning. You're stunning. I mean, let's be face it. I mean, I'm pretty stunning. And then, you know, Nicole, she's lucky to be around me, but you know, I rub off on her.
I'm
the first, I think our first time we went out on an official date. I'm such an asshole. There was a nice young male waiter, and he was obviously like Googling over her. And so she went, "Why is he being so weird?" And so I went, "Well, Nicole, you have to realize that when I'm in public, people they're like, oh my God." And she went, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No." He's literally saliving over you, girl. And she was like, "Oh." I was like, "But I understand that you believe me because."
But here's the secret: I don't see myself that way, and so anybody that tries to treat me that way, like, I'm not saying be an asshole to me, but anybody that's like, "You're so beautiful," I just don't respond well to that. Especially like if we're talking about dating, I way better respond to Oak, who's like, "Whatever, you look fat in those pants." I'm like, "I love you. What about these pants? Are these better?" So he knows. He knows me. Scorps can lecture someone with just a glance. Oh yeah, I'm Retta. I can wake up, walk in here, look in, and I'll be like, "Hey, oh, good morning." And all he has to do is look over at me, and I'm like, "Oh no, I just gotta leave right now. Not a good time." You just think they have a drooling problem. I just don't ever think that it, like, okay, I'm not one of those people that's like, "I'm ugly." I don't think that. But I just never assume that the reason someone's being nice to me is because they might think I'm attractive. I just don't feel that way. I don't think that way. So I'm oblivious to that shit. And Oak all the time is like, "Nicole, you're an idiot." And I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm like, "Look,
but it's not like
as long as until your wonky eye goes off, other than that, then you look like Marty Feldman. But most of the time, gorgeous."
Please. No.
I know there was nobody on last night. It was so late, but I have this weird. Now I'm only going to share this out in the public because she's here tonight, and she will back me up on this because I hate saying things like this because my weird is my weird. My life is so weird that
it's weird showing
these stories people go, uh-huh. But literally, I have a knack to pausing the TV,
oh my God,
taking a picture accidentally of people making the ugliest faces on the planet.
What? No,
and
he's got one or the other. He either poses on the best, like, hottest frame, or it's like the worst frame where they look ridiculous.
Right. And so last night,
guess which frame he always pauses on for me?
well, last night, I literally was trying to share the edit, and I'm talking to it, and I look up, and I had stopped on a frame of you that literally looked like somebody had beat you in the head with a bat. Your eyes were like funky. And of course, the minute I noticed it, I started cracking up, and I like moved it.
It was literally like, I'm talking, and I'm like, so, and then.
I couldn't
that's
believe
what he pauses on.
I know.
Like, thanks. Oh.
And of course, again, I got an email of like, you know, if you really considered and loved your partner, you would make sure that they didn't look that way.
Dude, it'd be impossible.
And I literally wrote back and I went, "I don't know what you're talking about. She looks like that all the time, and that's why I fell in love with her." And then they were like, "What?" I was just like,
no, it's because I just can't. I'm too expressive with my face, and so I all the time
it was a bad frame.
make goofy faces, or I'm just trying to tell you guys something, and I'm like, and then, and so it's so easy to pause on a frame where I'm like, I don't care, whatever, I don't care.
Oh my God!
What it is. If you don't like me because I made a weird face, then I don't. Whatever, it's fine. I'm fine with it. Then you're not my people. My people know that I'm weird as hell. and it's fine. All right. Well.
Yeah, because what was it? I don't think we were dating. When you came home with that Michael Jackson skirt, were we dating?
No.
We weren't. Yeah.
We was doing other things.
I think this is how we became friends. Literally. Yes. And here's a crazy thing. I don't even do it on purpose. I'm not even trying to do it. Like, I had an obsession with Judge Milian. Everybody leave me alone.
He does.
I do. I fucking love her because she's so smart and just fucking nails people.
Yeah.
But literally, I was trying to tell Nicole because, again, I have no filter. And she was like, well, tell me something strange about you. I was like, well, I'll tell you something strange about me. I was like, watch this. And like, I turned on People's Court and I paused it to talk about it. I was like, Judge Milian, I love her. She is such a badass. She's still a woman, but she's better ass than any guy, and she'll just nail. And she was looking at me like, I was like, what? And I paused it, and literally she was like on screen, like, yeah. And I was like, oh shit.
Now I find it a challenge of like, oh, please pause the video. Because if I do it, I never get
Yeah.
But he does it sometimes when it's really good. You took one of J-Lo. We were watching a J-Lo video. Wait, I took a picture of it because I was like, how? Wait, no, there's a funny one I took a picture of too. There. Okay. You guys.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what video this is.
Yeah. See, we shouldn't go on after midnight.
This isn't J-Lo, but I
Oh
don't
my
even
God.
know what video this is. He'll tell you who it is. But he paused. This is where he fucking paused. Look at it. Look at this guy's face.
No, you can't see. You have to put it on my.
Wait. Hold on. I gotta get.
No, you can't tell.
Fuck! Alright, I'm gonna pull
You
it
can't
up.
tell.
I'm gonna send it.
You're gonna have to take the filter off to show people what you look like.
I'm gonna send it to Dropbox. I'll pull it up on screen because it is the funniest shit ever. I'm like, you did it again. How do you do it?
Hey Diane, how you doing?
Okay. Here. Okay, hold up. It's uploading. Hold on. Okay, where's it? There it is. Okay.
We all see nothing.
Okay. So he pauses on the screen again.
We all still see
It's
nothing.
coming. This is.
Yeah. I'm not even going to share who it is. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I do it. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I didn't even mean. I was like, I was literally bragging about this person in the goal, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "God damn it!" Because it literally looks like, "Hey, you guys." And I'm like, "Damn it." I can't. Oh, fuck my life.
So just get ready, because if you're in the movie and he has footage of you, I guarantee you there's gonna be like a whole blooper reel of just these type of shots of people
Christ.
that look ridiculous. Take the filter off. You're asking for it. I don't know how to do it. Hold on. I think I can do it like this.
Anyway, so the Michael Jackson skirt.
All right, get ready, because this is what I look like. Oh! No, I gotta put it back on immediately. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, the lipstick looks a little like clownish.
He always says I have clown mouth when I wear red lipstick, but whatever. I like it. So.
Well, okay, so we hadn't officially started dating. I was still setting her up on dates, and she was setting me up on dates, and we were really good friends. And I could tell that she had saved up some money, and she went out shopping.
Well, no. What happened was when I met him.
See, this is such a couple thing. I don't get to finish.
No, I'll let you finish. But when I met him, I was a little chunker. I was kind of chunky, and I begged him to teach
She was a
me
little chunky.
how to work out.
She was.
And I lost like 40 pounds, and I was so proud of my body at that moment because I just worked so freaking hard for it, and I worked out. And so I went, I'm gonna go buy new clothes because all my clothes were huge on me, and I was like, sweet. And I went shopping.
So when do I get to go ahead and finish my story? You usually go tell the whole thing.
Now you go. I went shopping because I was excited.
That's such a couple thing. Yeah. And it's only going to get worse because I look at my parents. I think my parents have been together now, 50 years? And I don't think I've ever heard my dad finish a sentence. But anyway, yeah. So I could tell we didn't have a lot of money at that point. Yeah, I can't believe it. And I think there were what, 4 of us sharing an apartment.
3.
I mean, but
The
with
fourth one
Anne
wasn't
and
paying any rent.
oh, okay. All right. Anyway, I knew something was weird because she was so excited and she was like, "I'm gonna go out shopping," and I was like, "Oh man," she said, "Okay, I wonder when she's gonna come up," and she came back. I don't know.
Everything I bought, you made fun of. Now that I think about
She
it.
came back, and you remember Michael Jackson videos with like the red jacket
It
with
was
the
black.
okay. Will you let me finish? With the red like things with the zippers, and you're just like, I mean, it was cool at the time. You were like, yeah, and then later on, you were like, what the fuck were we thinking? Um, well, she came back with a black, like she was so excited, like she read it. She was like, oh my god, and I was like, I'm a guy, all right, so screw it. I'm a guy. I'm like, well, okay, she's gonna try on clothes. So this should, hopefully is fun. And she came running out in this leather Michael Jackson skirt that literally had like zippers on it and like stuff. And I was like, uh, and she was like, what do you think? And I was like, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
No, that's not what you said. You know what he said? Here's his first comment. Let me just tell you. I walked out. I was doing a whole fashion show. I was like, look at this. I walked out. He looked over. And he goes, I was like, what? He goes, okay, Michael Jackson. What the hell is that skirt?
It had like 50 zippers on it. I was
Can
like,
I just make a statement? This was in the window on the mannequin at Bebe at the time. It's not like I went to some thrift store and bought like an old ass 80s skirt trying to be a dork. Like it was on a high fashion clothing store's model in the window. And I tried it on, and every employee in the store was like, "You look hot."
of course I did.
And he's like,
Oh
okay,
yeah, because I'm not going to share how much you had to pay for that.
okay,
And I
Michael
went,
Jackson.
I bet you they all went, hey, get around. Somebody's
So
asking to put this
I
on.
went and returned it. I'd always wanted a leather skirt. I just like leather a lot. So I wanted a leather skirt, but apparently that was not the skirt for me. And now, of course, I've gained weight again. So,
No,
no hope for it now.
Oh, there are 2 things that, to me, you should have taken from that. One, I'll always give you my honest opinion. So I'll never let you walk out. And
No.
2, to this day, you should thank me because
Loretta,
if you would have walked out in that skirt,
I returned
people
it.
literally would have been like, "Oh my
I
god!"
returned it.
What?
And then, okay, so I bought this dress that same day. Is this pink dress, and he liked the dress, and he complimented the dress. But what I didn't show him is at the time I bought like a black little bustier like lace type bra to go under it because the dress was like low cut, so it came down like to here, and I was like, I don't want my titties flopping out. So I got this black thing, but I only tried on the dress when I showed him, and he's like, yeah, I like the dress. So I wear that dress to go out. My friend comes to visit me from New Jersey, which I hadn't seen in years, and we're going clubbing, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna wear this dress. And I wore the bustier under it, and we go out, and I'm posting pictures, and I come home, and he's like, were you smuggling a poodle the whole night? And I was like, what? The whole night? Because it's black. And I look back at pictures, I'm like, God damn it, it does look like I'm smuggling a fucking poodle. He's the outfit whisperer, I'm telling you. He will be honest every time.
Okay, but you know what?
Oak's middle name is Homer.
You know what?
His dad's name.
I personally go, I actually love that about myself. I know that a lot of people would be like, how can you do it? But I go, I would I'd rather be honest. And that way, at least you know if I go, man, I think you look beautiful. But you know, I know that's controversial.
No,
but,
I like that he's honest. It's just sometimes. It's like,
but you did look like you were smuggling a poodle, in it.
I wish I had a picture of it because it really.
And I'm telling you right now, to the day you die, you better thank God I had you return that skirt. Because I am telling you, if you'd have gone out and started dancing on that, I'm telling you, this is what everybody would have done. They'd been like, oh my God, look at that poor girl out there.
Oh, here it is, guys.
Oh, wait. Oh, you do? Right. Is that okay? Right? She's smuggling a poodle.
Okay, hold on. Look at this shirt. It's a So, oh shit, where is it? Where's Streamlabs? Okay, this was the dress.
Okay, you can't really tell on that because the black's all flat. But it, I wish you could zoom in on it.
It is a poodle. Wait, it is a poodle. It looks like I have a black poodle. Like there's the eye.
Yeah, like if you could see the variations in the black, it literally looks like there's just a little poodle with two eyes and a little nose. And I went, what are you doing here? What are you? I was like, she was like, what do you mean?
As you can see,
She was like, is my bra sticking out? I was like, baby, that's a poodle.
As you can see, if I had no bra, my titty would literally be out in this dress. So I was like, a sexy lacy bra under there would be hot. Apparently not. Apparently it's a poodle. So there you go. Poodle dress. So the one thing I bought that day that he liked was ruined by the poodle bra. Now I just walk around in fucking sweatpants and frumpy ass sweatshirts.
Oh, that's not true. I give her compliments all the time on stuff. She actually has really good taste. It's just every once in a while, I don't know what happens. I don't know if you're on a sugar high. I don't know what happens. Like you literally come back and I'm like, she came. You don't know. Literally.
Elena is questioning your judgment right now.
One time.
Elena, does this look like a poodle to you?
Well, not. Okay. You even said earlier, and Moretta will back me up on this because she'll be politely honest. You even went, I mean, truthfully in public, it did look like a poodle.
No,
you just can't tell it.
I thought that after this photograph because I was like, there's the top of the head along the top.
Yeah, but it just looks all
and then this little
straight black
eye,
here.
It looks like an eye.
Okay, whatever.
It does. It's a poodle. God damn it.
Well, I remember once, I don't know what you were thinking. You came back with big polka dot black and white leggings that were flared at the bottom.
What? I still have those, and I just wore those on my birthday. What do you have to say right now?
You still have those? And I went, oh, those are gorgeous.
Oh, you better not.
No, this was in LA.
No, I didn't have polka dot bell bottoms in LA. I have them now. Are you telling me you don't like those because you literally took photos of me wearing those and you were like, these are great? Were you just being nice?
No,
Yeah,
LA.
No,
I made you. I made you take them back.
Oh, remember?
Because I went. You look 1 foot tall.
God damn it, Elena. Son of a bitch.
Right. This is why I love you, Elena.
Is it fluttering?
This is why I love you. By the way, if you guys want to know somebody, but by the way, now, I always, I might get in trouble for this. Elena, I've never seen her like Elena knows that girl is somebody. If somebody was rich, should hire her to be like, okay, style me.
Elena, style me, damn it. She offered to do my makeup. This is why I love Elena because she reminds me of you. She shows up here. First time I ever met her in person.
I know that's why I love Elena too. Actually, Moretta and Emily, if you all got together, because Elena's just a badass.
She shows up here.
If you ever die, I'm gonna go kill her husband and take her.
She was very nice. Like I loved her. We hit it off and all that stuff. I remember the first night we went out and dressed up. I got ready. And we all got up and we met up because we had hotel rooms and we met up. And she was like, you should let me do your makeup sometime.
I love you, Elena. I fucking love you. I love you. Right? Because literally, I didn't have the heart once because it was for my birthday.
Oh, no.
She put on this red lipstick. And I know she loves red lipstick. And I'm like, yeah, but honey, you wear, because she has beautiful colored skin.
I have it.
So she doesn't.
Mouth,
please let me finish.
It's big.
Please let me finish. This said with love. You don't wear a lot of makeup. So when you put on the red lipstick, I literally walked off. And has anybody ever seen those wax lips for Halloween that you used to buy and bite on? I literally walked out. I was like, Jesus fuck. And she was like, I was like,
okay. I just have a big mouth, so I look like a clown. But I love red lipstick. If my mouth is closed, hold on.
Okay.
See?
This is what I love about this group right here. This is what I love about Emily and Moretta and Elena. this is the best that we could do. I mean, it's not that it was bad, but
I don't know how to do makeup, okay? I'm not a makeup person. I like makeup, but I'm impatient. That's why I can't do my own hair. This is what it looks like all the time unless Jamie's here to fucking help me. Like, I don't like doing all that shit for myself. I don't have patience. I just want it to be done. So if I try to do good makeup, it takes me like 6 hours just to get eyeliner right. So I understand my makeup sucks, and you are also like, I should probably send you some eye masks because damn, you carry some hefty bags under your fucking eyes. And I was like, I know. You never sent me those masks, by the way, so thanks for nothing. But yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm aware that I don't know how to do
I fucking
this
love this
for
group.
myself.
I absolutely love
I'm
this
not
group.
Oak always says you're like a fat. I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. I dress up once a year, and even then I fail. Apparently, I smuggle poodles and have Michael Jackson skirts. So just leave me alone, okay? I'm not that person. I'm not worried about it. I look like this all the time.
What's happening? Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Literally, if anybody logs on to this and is like, oh hey, here's a Crawl or Die live update, and we're like, and that Michael skirt thing, and she's like, and my lipstick.
Come give me a makeover. I'm down at all times. Please do. Help me. Help me. Oh, one time we went to film something. He was like, can you cover those fucking eye bags? And I was like, if I could, I don't know how. I put all this shit under them and it just looks cakey and all my wrinkles. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Help me. Help me. Style meltdown. I just have given up caring. I just don't care.
Oh, I fucking love this group.
I let Oak dress me for the movie, and even then, I'm like, I probably look like I'm smuggling hefty bags in my hips, but whatever. I trust him, but I don't do this. This is not what I do. Okay, I don't know.
Well, all right, let me tell y'all.
Sexy.
Let me tell y'all a story. The very, very first time I ever saw Elena, I was in Chicago, and I was dating, and Elena will back me up on this. Let's just call it a she devil. And I didn't know Elena, but she was friends with the she devil. And then so the she devil that I was dating was like, hey, I have a friend, I'll bring her over. Now the she devil that I was seeing at the time, I was like, it's cool, but I personally was like, man, girl, somebody needs to help you out. You do not know how to dress for your figure. But you know,
so you purposely date girls that are shitty at dressing themselves.
No. I just like strong girls that have attitudes. And so anyway, I remember, I'll never forget this. She was like, I'm gonna have you meet my friend, but she's a little crazy. I was like, okay. And then Elena came in, and Elena was spot on, like head to toe.
Me that she came in like a dominatrix outfit with
some
girl on a leash.
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, she came in, she had like this leash on, she had like these little silver things, she had like these high platform shoes and everything, and she was owning it. And she came in, and immediately I was like, oh wow. And then of course the she devil went, literally went, oh, let me get this straight. She went, she has style. And because I'm an ass, I was like, I mean, she kind of does. And then, yeah, you know. But I always remember that about you. I was like, you always. And then what I loved about you is like,
she devil. That's really nice of you.
14. 14. I mean, am I right? I mean, I'm not being an ass. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
Elena, I can share this with you since you're here.
Wait, I'm not finished.
I mistakenly saw some video of She Devil that I probably should have seen, and I was traumatized.
So anyway, what I love about you, Elena, is then I met you again like 14 days later, and you were like in that whole business outfit. Like I don't know if you were working for a lawyer then or what, and I literally was like, damn, like that James Franco thing, like damn. I was like, shit, this girl. And I remember when I finally was like getting over She Devil, I remember
oh please, that took you all 5 seconds because you met a new person that was hot as fuck. So
Okay, well, let's ignore that. She wasn't even there in Chicago with us. I remember you, Elena. You said, I'll never forget this. I always love this about you. You were like, "Hey, Oak, don't feel bad." And you like reached out and you were like, "Poof!" You like hit me this over. You're like, "You're pretty cool." I was like, "Well, thanks, Elena. You're pretty cool too." And ever since then, we've been friends.
I love people that are honest with everybody. I freaking love it because it lets me know you're not fake. And I love Elena for that. Like, some people might get offended, just like Oak. Some people might get offended, but I love that shit. I'm like, roast me. As long as you're willing to help me, dude. Don't just roast me and then be
Oh,
like,
I don't
fuck
ever do
yourself.
anything with
At least
Will.
Oak will be like, yeah, that looks like shit, but that looks bomb. And Elena was like, I'll help you out. Let me send you some masks. I'm like, okay, yeah, do it, because I am aware of what the situation is. I know this.
Oh, I love you guys. I'm glad you guys are here.
Oh my god, it's been like 2 hours.
I know.
I should probably sleep because I gotta go do a car wash tomorrow, probably by myself. So.
Well, Maritta's gonna be there. Elena would be here, but she went no.
No, Elena asked to visit
And
us.
Emily went
No,
nah.
Elena asked to visit us, and we didn't respond to her message, so that's on us.
Yeah. Should I share some information with these 3 people?
Of course. Oak will put you in a slow cooker and roast you all day. Oh yeah.
He will. So Emily, Elena, Maritta, since you guys are here hanging out, we're in a really good mood because come Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have a life-changing meeting getting ready to happen that we just found out about today. That is better than winning the lottery. Jeez. So we're ecstatic, but we're not gonna go public or share much or talk about it because things, you never know. But oh man, this is gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. And maybe I'll go out and buy her a Michael Jackson.
You know what? It's too late because now I'm not
knee length.
It was not knee length.
Leather skirt.
It was not knee length.
With 25 zippers on it.
I'm not in that shit.
Zippers that, by the way, were white. They weren't even silver. They were white. I was what the hell?
It's too late because I'm not in that shape now. It's not going to work at all either way.
Girl.
So forget it. Forget it. No leather skirt ever for you. Ever. I know that's not a threat, but it is. I'm going to start taking pictures every time he does it and show you guys. Please tell me what the band is. Please. I can't remember. You gotta tell me. Look at his face. Why?
That one is from Loverboy.
Oh,
I was trying to talk to you about how at the time, Mike Reno, when Lucky Ones came out, 3 of my friends that were women passed out when he turned around and gave the cross finger over his butt. No, that was the drummer. And I was going to show you Mike Reno, and I happened to stop on that. And you, while I was talking, looked up and went and started busting laughing. And I was like, "What are you laughing?" Oh fuck! Well, now you're never gonna understand it.
I can't.
Oh fuck my life.
All right. Well.
Okay. So here's a couple of things. Listen. I'll say this to Elena, Emily. I know that you guys don't live here. I'm doing this for Nicole because I actually do love her and care for her. I have a little part of me that's like, maybe only 3 people are going to show up tomorrow. And if so, I want her to feel great. So if you guys can even at least come on, I'm going to be here on the stream, and we can encourage her. I know Maritta is going to be there, and Maritta will. If if it's just you and Moretta, she won't care, and you two will go. I do worry about when Moretta has to leave.
No,
But if I have like Emily and people here, we'll just keep it going on the stream, and it's gonna be good no matter what.
if we have one person show up, I'm just gonna get really drunk and it'll be entertaining.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No,
If no one shows up, I'll just get really drunk.
no, you can't do
and
that.
Dance.
Can't do
It's
that.
gonna be a good time. My day is free all day tomorrow. Just tell me what you need. Yay!
Well, tell Emily now. What
the
time?
car wash is going to start at 4 p.m. Central, so we'll be live from 4 to 7 p.m. Central.
I don't know what time that is for you, Emily. Elena, it's same time.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wait. Oh, Elena is sending more nudes. Hold on.
Why don't you ever send these to me, Elena? God damn it. God damn it.
All right.
Y'all. Well, I need to go to sleep before I'm fucking...
I'm going to edit for
actually focus
2 more hours. I might go on again at 5 or not. All right.
Is that good? Like this.
Let me help you right now. I mean, there we go. I'm just gonna save her a little bit.
I'll send you the good. Thank you. I'm waiting. By the way, I get all your memes on Instagram. I love them. I'm 2 hours behind. Oh, okay. So you won't be tired. It'll be early.
Wait, you're 2 hours behind?
She's in Washington, Seattle, or something, right?
Wait, Emily, what time is it where you're at?
12, 10.
Really? I'm waiting for you to type out that response. Really? Okay.
She's on the West Coast.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, you're right.
Elena goes, it's 12, bro. Come on. Elena, you need to live by us so you can help me roast him. Because he always roasts me, and I'm not a good roaster. I'm not as good at roasting as somebody else.
12. Oh, fuck my life. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, I hope to see some of you at the car wash and some of you live.
Josh.
Do the maths. Can't do the maths.
Fuck y'all. All right. I love you guys. I'll probably go on an hour early, try to get her set up and support her, and anybody that watches this tomorrow.
I'll be there with you.
Thank you for supporting her. The music is a big thing to her, so I appreciate it.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for the donations and shares and everything for my campaign. After tomorrow, starting Monday, I'll probably be on here live a lot, hawking the campaign and promoting and stuff. So, yeah. Love you too, Emily. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to live more later or something, but...
Yeah, I might. I have a segment to edit. I don't know. I might go live around 5:30. If not, I'll see you all tomorrow, and I'll be handling StreamYard and everything for her live feed out there, washing cars, and we'll see how many of the actors that actually show up.
I think some of them will.
Here's what I think. The actors went, oh wait, we actually have to do work like wash your car?
Dude, they gonna miss out because we're gonna be spraying each other down with water and getting all soapy. It's gonna be sexy, fun time. It'll be a good time. If I'm doing that by myself, I'll spray myself down. I don't care. Of course, I'm gonna be in booty shorts. Yeah, booty shorts.
Oh my god. All right.
And sheer tights because I have to look like Tank. So booty shorts with sheer tights and a shirt that says Tulsa Car Wash. It'll be great. It'll be a good time. All right, y'all.
We'll see how many of the actors that are going to be in the sequel to this, because whoever shows up, yeah. All right. I love you guys.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Peace out. Elena.